Hi Ladybirds, welcome to your math session today. We are going to start today with a very exciting blast off for our power up time. So remember, this first challenge is about powering up our super brains. It's about doing things that we've already done before that you're going to be really good at and showing off those amazing skills you've got. Now today, we're going to start off by doing our power up for our counting, okay? And we're going to do a space launch. And when we do our space launch, we're going to be counting backwards. Now, I thought I'd help you by showing you a number track, because then we can think about what numbers we might need to use when we have a go at our space launch. Okay, now I've just put our number track onto our whiteboard. What we're going to do is we're going to practice doing some rocket countdowns. Now, we're going to change the numbers. I'm going to start with the traditional one because I'm sure some ladybirds will know the way that we often start. So we're going to start from 5 and we're going to go all the way down to 0. Now, what you might want to do at home is you might want to maybe be the spacecraft. You could always find a little space, maybe if you're maybe on some carpet or something in front of you, and get yourself so that you're nice and down low, and then as the number counts down, you could get ready to blast off, couldn't you? So you had some fun. So our number's going to start here. We're starting with the number 5. So on our number track, we're going 5. I'm going to count down. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast off! And off you go. Right, get yourself ready again, ladybirds, for another blast off. But this time it's going to be a slightly different one. As I say, this time I'm going to be a little bit different because I'm going to blast off when we reach the number 2. Okay, so we're going to start off with our number 8. So I'm going to find it on my number track. So here's our number 8. And once we get 2, you blast off. Get ready? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, blast off! And I hope you have lots of fun, ladybirds, at home, pretending to do a little blast off. Okay, pretending that you're the space rocket. Right, finally, I'm going to do some big numbers. Now, this time, we're going to blast off at the number 8. Okay, so once we reach 8, we're going to blast off. But we're going to count backwards from high up in number 17 this time, okay? So we'll use the number track to help us so you can see. So, I count down. We've got 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, blast off! Okay, well done, ladybirds. Okay, one final one for a little blast time. And this time I'm going to go big, ladybirds. I'm going to go from 20 all the way counting backwards to 10. See if you can do it. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Blast off! Well done, ladybirds. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that first little challenge. That was our power up challenge, so our brains are super ready to go for our math time. Now, our next bit is going to be our little discovery challenge. Okay, so we're going to have some fun. Now, this week we've started to learn a little bit about length, haven't we? Okay, and as we've been learning about length, we've been thinking about how something could be long, longer, or the longest that it can be. And I did on my last video, I was going between my laptop thinking, oh look, that's the longest my hands can go for an object inside my laptop screen. If I went any further, my hands would be gone. So we start off and we think of long, longer, longest. Okay. Now, this time, we're going to think about it the other way around. So rather than an object getting longer, we're going to think about an object that is getting shorter. Okay, so we've gone from longer, where our object is getting longer, longer, longest, to shorter, shorter, shortest. Now, what I'd like you to see if you can do is think of picking a object around your house, maybe that you've got something to compare to. Now, it might be you pick your space rocket that you made. It might be you pick just something you love. You could just pick a train if you want, or you could pick a piece of Lego or a pencil. Pick whatever you like. And I want you to see if you can go round your house and have that discovery time where you have a look around and you think, right, I'm going to look for something that is shorter than your object. So it might be that, for instance, if it was my train, then I think, oh, can I find something shorter than my train? And then you might think, oh, what's the shortest thing that I can find compared to my train? That is your first challenge, ladybirds. Off you go. Hey, ladybirds. Right, so you've just had that challenge, and I hope you found some different objects. I want you to now see if you can start to use your words like we were using, because when I ask you something, I don't just want you to say, oh, Lego. I want you to use that sentence. So you could now say whatever your object is that you've picked. Say for instance, it was these ones. We'll practice on my two here. See if you can tell me from the objects you found, or to a grown up at home, which did you find that is the shortest? So as an example, I would say, look at my objects. And line them up so that they start around about the same place, because that's important. And I can think, oh, the train is shorter than the Lego piece. So see if you can use those sentences and talk about the things that you have. Okay, well done for doing that, ladybirds. Remember, you're always welcome to pause the video if you need to. Okay, now the next thing I want you to do now is I'm going to show you some objects that I found from my little adventure around the classroom, and I want you to see, before I start measuring them, see if you can estimate which one you think might be the shortest one. Now, you'll notice that estimate, normally we've been doing estimate, learning about that, about number, but actually we're doing about length this time. So I'm going to show you some things. I've got these two things here. Now we're not going to put them side by side. I'm just going to put them in front of you so that you can see them. And I want you to see if you can estimate which one do you think would be the shortest. Which one do you think? You could also estimate which one do you think would be the longest. Okay, see if you can do that now. And again, try and use those sentences by saying, I think the longest will be, I think the shortest will be. Pause the video and talk about that now. Okay, ladybirds. Now, when we've been doing our measuring, I wonder, did anyone start by having a go at saying, I think something's bigger? Because quite a lot of ladybirds sometimes use those words and they say, oh, I think that's bigger. But do you know what the problem with bigger is? Is that bigger can be lots of things. Bigger mean bigger this way. It could mean this way. It could mean this way. It could mean so many different things. So that's why when we're talking about the length of something, we always use our words, which are either longer, longer, longest, or shorter, shorter, shortest. Now, if you look at the objects I had, I'm going to think about the length. So I'm not thinking about the height. I'm not thinking about this way. I'm going to put it side by side. Now, to help me do my measuring, what would be useful is if I put things so that they start in the same place. Because if I go like this, is it very easy for you to measure? You can't even see the shell, can you? So I'm going to put it so it's side by side. So I'm going to think about where the shell starts. So I'm going to do the widest point of my shell. My shell is quite wide, so it's sort of the widest point is here. And I'm going to think about my block being the same space. So I might show you on the camera like that. So I'm lining them up, okay? And then when I start to think about my objects, I can then see, can't I, that I can always flip them around as well. Show you. And I can think, so here my block is longer than the shell. The shell is shorter than the block. Okay. Well done, Ladybirds. You've done a fantastic job today. I wonder whether you could carry on doing some measuring throughout the day today or throughout the next few days. Maybe as you notice things, you can just talk about what you think. Which one you think is maybe quite long, or which one you think is maybe quite short. Which one you think might be something you see which is longer, or maybe if you see something where you think, oh my gosh, it's the longest that I can see, or maybe shorter, the shortest thing that you can see. It would be nice as well. You might even do that when you go out for walks or things like that. I know that some of you in our class love sticks, don't you? So maybe when you next go on a little walk, you could try and see if you could find the longest stick that you can, and maybe the shortest stick that you can, or maybe it could be leaves or something different. I hope you enjoy your challenges, Ladybirds. See you later. Bye.